At this stage, it seems like 50% of my videos these days are in relation to this shit. So when it comes down to the future of Spider-Man in the films, all Sony keeps on doing these days are contradicting themselves one way or another. One minute they're saying they're making their own shared universe, and then the next thing we know they're saying that this is going to be in the MCU. And Marvel Studios is just as guilty with this shit, though in their defense, these films are not produced by Marvel Studios. However, a few days ago, Marvel Studios themselves had claimed that the Venom spin-off film as well as Silver Black have nothing to do with the MCU. Now in a recent interview with both Kevin Feige and Amy Pascal, she clearly claims that they're making a brand new universe for Spider-Man, Venom and Silver Black. And then when asked if there's a possibility that Tom Holland's Spider-Man would make an appearance in any of these films, she does respond that it could happen, while Kevin Feige gives a cheeky smirk. And with all the contradictions, I don't know what to believe anymore. Now when it comes down to this latest statement, I can only think of it through one of three ways. Possibility number one. They're probably not even connected to the MCU, however Amy Pascal is only saying this just to please all the fans, considering how nobody wants to see any of the Sony properties that are not connected to the MCU. In other words, Sony is claiming that all these spin-off films are going to be in the MCU as bait, while in reality they're all going to be their own separate thing. Possibility number two, they didn't exactly claim that these will be connected as part of the MCU, however Amy Pascal has stated that they're trying to create this world for Peter Parker. So in other words, they are still focusing on this new Sony Spider-Man shared universe, and in this Sony Spider-Man shared universe, Tom Holland's Spider-Man will actually exist in that universe. And how they could explain this is the fact that there have been multiple Spider-Men throughout alternate timelines and alternate universes. And if this is what they're talking about, then I think that this is pretty plausible. Possibility number three, as well as the best case scenario, although these Sony spin-off films are technically their own standalone things, they are still technically connected to the MCU, in a similar fashion to the Netflix's Defenders, in which although they are in the MCU, they have their own little section in which they cooperate, and are not meant to cross over with the main section of the MCU. And much like the Defenders, Silver Black as well as Venom and the rest of the spin-off films from Sony have their own corner separate from the rest of the MCU, where they are not meant to be crossing over with any other sections of the MCU outside of maybe Spider-Man. And if this is going to be the case, then this is probably the best case scenario, because at least all of the spin-off films do have an established Spider-Man. And if they're going to tackle this in this direction, then I think everyone will be happy with this decision. So do you think all of the Sony spin-off films will tie directly into the MCU? Comment below and share some thoughts. And as always, thank you guys for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. Take care and have a good one.